Welcome back, Summoners. Otaku here, and before we get to our event in 2 days, I've gotten some questions from you guys on Facebook that I said I'd answer on a video. So here goes. From end to end, we start off with Sophus Davids, who asks, what events will there be? So tonight we're going to be launching a full schedule on the site, and we've got a lot of things to look forward to. We've got giveaways from Shark Gaming, we've got Riot Games is going to be giving a little speech. We're going to have a little bit of a quiz called Who Wants to be a Challenger, which is super fun. We're going to be doing a lot of lottery ticket pullouts for giveaways. We've got giveaways from TSM Fnatic in between games. We're going to be hosting a break. There's also going to be an expo area with Shark Gaming, and we're going to have our own merchandise booth. But preferably check out the website tonight and you'll see everything that you need to see. Then we've got Christopher Latman Mikkelsen, who's asking, will there be merchandise? Yeah, we've gotten some official merchandise from Riot Games, so we've got Poro plushies and we've got Timo hats for sale. We're selling it at the same price as their store, but we're saving you guys the shipping costs so you can get them there. Will there be fan games? Asked Tobias Hestel Peterson. Yes and no. Unfortunately, we were going to have that, but the program has simply become too tight, so we unfortunately had to cut them. But we're going to be doing something else with some LCS players who are coming in to say hi, so that's going to be at least interesting for you guys to see. Oscar Tugesen Døy asks, why you shift from Forum to Falconer-salen? So the reason we did this was because we looked at the ticket sales and decided to choose that hall because it fits our needs a lot better, and especially for you guys. So I think you're going to like the change. Then we've got Michael Topak, who asks in Danish, hvorfor skriver alle engelsk når vi er danskere? Which is why you all guys write in English when we're Danish. So the reason we did this was pretty important because we have a lot of Swedish people coming in. We even have some Spanish people and Norwegians coming in, and we want to make sure everyone feels at home. English is also the second primary language in Denmark, and we feel that everybody should be able to follow it, plus the cast will be in English itself. So we want to keep it like legit all the way through. So we expect it not to be a problem. We've also warned about this ahead of time. And then Jacob K. Vestergaard in Danish asks, det blevet endelig besluttet fundet ud af, hvad der serveres kan købes som mad og drik til eventet? So he's asking us what kind of food and drinks we're going to be sold at the event, and we've actually made a deal with the good people at Falconer-salen, and they will be serving all kinds of drinks. There will also be beer for the plus 18 crowd, and there are going to be some snacks and food. What we know about that is not so specific, but don't worry about that. It's going to be pretty easy to get food in there. So Rasmus Bol Christensen asks, hvordan ser det ud med parkering i området? How's the parking going to be? So it's pretty simple. For parking, you just go to the website www.falconer.dk, and there is information about the nearest parking garage where you're going to be able to park. So Jan Højris Dagsberg, you described the video, like the actual scene that we've got. So what kind of audio equipment will there be used? So Jan, what we're going to be using for audio is we've got some professional sound technicians in that do festivals and everything else, and we can assure you're going to have nice surround sound, and you're going to have really big Sennheiser like subwoofers and stuff like that. So don't worry about the audio. It's gonna blow you guys away. We've used these guys before and they're freaking amazing. Then we've got Mikkel Colling, who asks, can you bring in your own food and drink? Unfortunately, no, you can't bring in your own food and drink, but we will be allowing you to be able to exit the venue and get some food and drink and come back. So that's at least an answer there. Christian Simonsen asks, okay, so Christian Simonsen doesn't really have a question. He's just saying like, hey guys, they already answered all these questions before, so maybe you shouldn't ask them. But we don't mind people asking again, and this video is here to make sure that anybody else who has the same question gets them answered. So pretty much, David Francisco asks, what kind of food will you be selling, and will it be cheap? Same kind of question, but it's going to be good and it's going to be cheap. We are making sure that it's student friendly. If not, you can always exit the premises and get something on the street. How's the pricing going to be for food and drinks? Since Falconer has done some ridiculous prices themselves, will you have private goods and drinks for sale, or shall we all go home poor? Don't worry about it. There's going to be alternatives for you guys if you need it, but they're going to be setting the price in the fact and that you guys are students and stuff, so don't worry about that at all. Lucas Hyungerson asks, are you secured a seat if you buy a ticket at the door? What we've done, Lucas, is we've taken 20 tickets and we've set them in on the side for the door. And right now, with the ticket sales going as they are, we're not sure if we're going to be sold out by the day after tomorrow. So we're pretty much expecting, but keep your eyes out on the website. We will write if we sell out, and then we will also write how many tickets we have left in the door. So Patrick G. Spangholm writes, we want cheap beer. Will you have cheap beer? All caps. Yeah, we will. So, what special people will be at the event? Pro gamers, rioters, workers from Rockhead, Razer, Geekcore, and so on. So, you're asking about what kind of special guests we're going to have. We're going to have some special guests that we can't tell you about. But we do have Team Dignitas coming in, and they will be announcing a little bit of a huge change here today. So they will be Team Follow Esports. So we got a little bit of a hook on that, and we can ask them about that on stage. We've got John Peterson coming in from Riot Games, who is one of our Nordic coordinators, so he'll be there at the event. We also have some special guests like Sinterbells coming in to co-host with me. And we will be bringing in people from Shark Gaming. There is a whole bunch of directors from different companies. And we pretty much bring in community people like Ironshaft and Night Stalker, who are two of Denmark's best casters. And then Jacob finally asks as one of our last questions, is Santorin coming? And we actually don't know. He might come, he might not. So right now it's all up in the air. And right at the very end, since we've already answered all this questions, any risk of sitting on the floor has been asked. No, we only have seated arrangements, and we have to do that in case of fire safety, so you guys will all be sitting in nice, comfy theater seats. So don't worry about that. One person got a question in 20 seconds before we closed our deadline, and that is Mario Splinton with our final question for the day. Will Lars Trane and other similar famous Danish casters be there? Yes, Lars Trane, also known as Night Stalker, will be there. And we are really much hoping to get you guys a little bit of a special guest that we can't tell you about. But definitely expect to see the entire Danish community there, except for Fusk from Gaming Decay, who's actually going to Berlin to watch it. So we hope to get a little bit of a greeting from him from Berlin, and we hope you guys enjoy the event. 2 days away, and Summoners, will see you there.